Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I have some breaking news for all of you guys out there. I mean, this is actually going to shock the gaming industry as a whole. This is going to be a completely and totally out of the park, wild idea that no one has ever seen or thought of before. Gamers like hot chicks in their video games. I know! Shocking, strange concept, especially in the modern era of gaming, where we've seen the uglification of beautiful actresses and voice actors and characters time and time again, whether it be of Star Wars Outlaws or whether it be, of course, Unknown 9 Awakening. We've seen this happen time and time again. So I know, you would think, well, that's weird. Why would you think that? The modern gaming era, the modern gaming guys out there, all these developers, all these AAA studios are telling us we're wrong, we're sexist, we're bigots, we're all this other kind of stuff for actually wanting those kind of things. Wow. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that at least one video game industry CEO out there completely and totally understands that yes, gamers, male and female alike, like beautiful, attractive characters to look at. And of course, he has reaped the success for this because this is Shift Up CEO. Yes, the creators of Stellar Blade, boys and girls out there confirming what should be obvious to anybody out there with a pulse and any kind of drive whatsoever, that yes, we all like looking at beautiful things, attractive people, female or not, and color us shocked there. So boys and girls, we're going to praise and absolutely promote this Shift Up CEO out here in this video because this is the kind of stuff that should be highlighted. This is the kind of stuff that should be, everybody should make everybody happy, and this should be the industry standard for gaming out there. And it's so nice to hear somebody out there just say it plain and exactly how it is. So we're going to check out this article from boundingintocomics.com, getting all of the juicy details and see exactly what he has to say about this. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in section down below. Does this come as a shock to you out there, boys and girls, that gamers like attractive characters in their games? Is this a big revelation to all of you out there, or is this like many of us out there going, no, duh? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support our channel, please, by all means, check out the links in the description as well. So from boundingintocomics.com and our dear sweet Spencer Bakuli, Shift Up CEO says he was following his instincts when designing sexy characters for Stellar Blade and Goddess of Victory, Nakia. It's something that users like and want, but I also do it because I like it. I know, color us shocked there. He's a heterosexual male that likes hot chicks. I know, strange concept in the modern era, is it not? Speaking of hot chicks, there you go. According to Shift Up CEO Hyung Tae Kim, the reason both of his studio's biggest hits, Goddess of Victory, Nakia, and Stellar Blade, featured an abundance of sexy female characters is, simply put, that's just what he and his audience want to see on the screen. Wow, a gaming CEO that actually understands the audience that he's catering to. Foreign concept, I know. Kim, who in addition to his role overseeing the companies, also served as the lead character artist on both titles. This is the guy for making sure these ladies were hot. Offered his insight into his titillating design philosophy during an interview given to the Japanese news outlet Game Watch at a recent Tokyo Game Show, as a machine translated by Deep L. Shout out to the translations. At the onset of the time together, Kim was immediately pressed on the topic of Shift Up's penchant for developing games with attractive female cast members, while the outlet inquired as to whether or not Nakia was intended from the outset to be a game that draws the eye to the attractive backsides of characters. Oh yes. For those unaware, the popular mobile title tasks players with helping a given female character use various firearms to win against the waves of enemies, all from a cover position, which highlights said character's rear assets. Yes, boys and girls, a shooter game out there designed for the male audience out there has a bunch of hot chicks in it. How many of you are going out there to download this game right now? I'll wait. I don't blame you. Just pause the video and come back to us here in just a second. All good? I hope you enjoy the game. In turn, the Shift Up head explained, Nakia is based on a game project that was selected in a game planning competition held for an in-house staff. That's pretty cool. That's a great reward for your staff. Come up with the best idea and we'll award you a project. That's pretty cool. That's how you treat your employees right. However, at the time, the characters were not the main focus of the game. I directed the direction that it would be better to do a show the shooting figure on the character's back or in front of the character, and this is how we changed the direction. After that, the development staff's efforts and hard work led to the creation of Nakia as we know it today. And I don't think anyone's complaining about the designs, of course, except the little psychopathic woke weirdos out there, the people possessed by the spirit of the age, and of course, they don't actually represent any kind of significant fan base. On the subject of Nakia, Kim was then asked exactly how he approached designing the game's cast, to which he admitted, "What I considered most important when designing characters is to make sure that the narrative is firmly linked to the game's story." Makes sense. All of the design elements that make up the character must be combined in a setting that fits the story well. It's also important that the look of the character is not only cute, but also the character's personality is expressed well in the right situation. Yes, the look has to line up with who the character is. So when you try to make a character look like a 500-pound obese blob, no one's going to believe that they can actually do any kind of tactical assault or be useful, i.e. Concord. Nevertheless, therefore, I think that visually appealing is a close second. Nevertheless, an attractive appearance is still important, so the creator's skill is tested in the pursuit of these two elements at the same time. So yes, you can make a beautiful, gorgeous character out there, but if it does not line up with the personality, it's going to feel fake and it's not going to sell with the audience out there. At the exact same time, no one wants to look at a butt-ugly character. That's pretty obvious. There's probably a lot of you out there who would prefer I turn my camera off when I do these videos, and guess what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. From there, Game Watch noted that in both Nakia and Celebrate, there was a lot of characters whose bodies lines are clearly visible. And Setch raised the questions as to whether or not this was a design element that Kim was particular about. However, rather than any sort of concerted effort to make sexy characters, the Shift Up CEO instead admitted that when it came to both games featuring attractive casts, "I don't think it's something that we consciously set out to do, but I also do it because I like it. So I think it's the result that came out naturally when I followed my instincts." Yes, because it's natural for you to be attracted to a character or want to look at something beautiful and wonderful. What is unnatural and what goes against the grain of everything natural about our culture and society is intentionally trying to uglify characters, all to own the chuds and to push back against the male gaze. That's why this stuff doesn't work, and that's why his natural instincts. It's not some conscientious choice he has to make like what these weirdos do when they intentionally uglify a beautiful actress that these characters are based on. No, he just goes, it's just natural. It's instinctual. Yes, because he's a heterosexual male that likes hot chicks. Strange concept. I know that his instincts would lead him that way. Putting a stamp on this portion of the interview, Kim concluded that his reflection with the anecdotal note that, incidentally, in the case of Nakia, the percentage of female creators is high. Oh yes, color us shocked there. Females also like looking at attractive females as well. They don't want to look at an ugly protagonist any more than a guy does. Despite this, the fact that sex designs is so important to me means that, if anything, the staff has already been imbued with my DNA. Giggity. But he playfully joked, "I'm happy and satisfied with it in the shadows." He's just happy that his team gave everybody exactly what they wanted. He's shown them time and time again what works and what sells. And yes, beautiful, female, attractive characters sell. Nobody wants to look at somebody but ugly, somebody that looked like a representation of a late night at Walmart, or somebody you ended up with at the bar after way too many drinks, the coyote ugly you have to deal with in the morning. No, we want beautiful, attractive, hot women in our fantasy series, in our escapism, in absolutely everything. Because yes, the old adage that sex sells is indeed true. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the sex. It's about beauty. It's about seeing something wonderful and being inspired by it. Either inspired to make yourself better or just inspired to see something beautiful and glorious. And the fact that we can create these kind of things is such an amazing and beautiful gift from our Creator, from God Himself. The ability to create beauty in the world out of absolutely nothing more than your own hands and your own ingenuity. And that is an incredible thing. So yes, color us shocked there. Gamers want hot chicks. And at least in some small part out there in the gaming ecosphere as a whole, Shift Up CEO gets that. And that, boys and girls, is why Stellar Blade has been such a success, and Nikeo will be as well. Keep it up, Shift Up. You're doing good. You're making the fans happy. You're giving us gorgeous, attractive characters. And guess what? You've done it to yourself, and you're getting exactly what you deserve. Congratulations.